Welcome to part 1 of this exciting presentation on Women's History Month. Today, we'll be exploring some mind-blowing and lesser-known facts about women's history that are sure to leave you inspired and amazed. Get ready to buckle up and enjoy the ride. Fact 1: The female pirate queen, Qin Shi. In the early 19th century, Qin Shi was one of the most successful pirates in history and the leader of a fleet of over 300 ships. She was known as the Terror of the South China Sea and was feared by all who crossed her path. Qin Shi proved that women could be just as ruthless and cunning as men in the high seas. Fact 2: The unstoppable Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman was not only a conductor on the Underground Railroad, but also a Union spy during the American Civil War, and an advocate for women's suffrage. She risked her life to help slaves escape to freedom, and never stopped fighting for what she believed in. Her courage and determination make her one of the most inspiring figures in history. Fact 3: Women in the space race. When the United States and the Soviet Union were competing in the space race, women played a crucial role in the development of space technology. Female scientists and engineers like Katherine Johnson, Mary Jackson, and Dorothy Vaughan made significant contributions to the field, despite facing discrimination and segregation. Their work helped to pave the way for future generations of women in science and technology. Fact 4: The brave female soldiers of the Allied forces in World War II. During World War II, women in the Allied forces played a vital role in the war effort, working as nurses, mechanics, and even undercover agents. Some women, like Lyudmila Pavlichenko, were even sent into combat and proved themselves to be just as skilled and brave as their male counterparts. These women were true heroes, and their contributions to the war effort should never be forgotten. Fact 5: The struggle for women's education. In the 19th century, women in the United States fought for the right to receive an education, which was denied to them because of their gender. Women like Mary Lyon and Emma Willard founded schools for girls, and their efforts helped to pave the way for greater opportunities for women and people of color. The struggle for women's education was a major milestone in the history of equality. Fact 6: The women's suffrage movement. The women's suffrage movement was a fight for women's right to vote. It took decades of protests, rallies, and advocacy work before women were finally granted the right to vote in the United States in 1920. Women like Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Cady Stanton were at the forefront of this movement, and their legacy continues to inspire women to fight for their rights today. Fact 7: The first female Nobel Prize winner. Marie Curie was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize, and she went on to win another one in a different field later in life. Her groundbreaking work in physics and chemistry paved the way for future generations of female scientists. Fact 8: The women who helped crack the Enigma code. During World War II, a group of female codebreakers helped crack the Enigma code used by Nazi Germany to send secret messages. These women, including Joan Clark, played a vital role in shortening the war and saving countless lives. Fact 9: The woman who wrote Frankenstein. Mary Shelley wrote the classic novel Frankenstein, which is considered one of the greatest works of horror fiction in history. Shelley's writing challenged traditional gender roles and helped to pave the way for female authors in the future. Fact 10: The first female physician. Elizabeth Blackwell was the first woman to receive a medical degree in the United States in 1849. She faced immense discrimination and obstacles in her path, but she persevered and opened the doors for other women to enter the field of medicine. Women's History Month is a time to celebrate the amazing women who have shaped history and to recognize the ongoing struggle for equality. From pirate queens to space scientists, women have been making their mark on history for centuries. By learning about the contributions of women in the past, we can be inspired to work towards a more just and equitable future for all. Thanks for joining us today for this exciting presentation on Women's History Month. And please don't forget to like and subscribe.